What are the chances my neighbor's house has a dead body? I don't know. What's the context? Did they just keep the curtains closed? That's not a pattern, that's flies. Apparently, the comments are saying that whoever the OP is next to this house needs to batten down the hatches for insect and rodent prevention, because once someone starts taking care of that, and I'm assuming it's bed bugs, by God, will Ragnarok be unleashed in the nearby houses. Hello everybody and welcome to Kalbus! My name is Lumo and today we are looking at r/OddlyTerrifying. A subreddit dedicated to things that are just terrifying. There's nothing odd about it. I think these people just aren't used to being scared. So let's just get right into it. People have been telling her that her knees look like trapped baby faces, so I did this. Why? For what purpose? For what purpose was this necessary? Better yet, who is looking so close at their knees that they're going, hey, your knees look like babies? That's just a weird comment. I'm more scared of the people trying to talk. This cork lid trapdoor spider. If you see what looks like an ancient coin buried in the sand, leave it alone. I mean, like, the spider's not gonna hurt you. It's gonna be angry, but it's gonna just walk away. Spiders don't exist to kill you. I think we all need to just have kind of an acknowledgement that spoders are just little dudes who want to live. Fonte City apartment in Johannesburg, South Africa. The tallest residential building in the African continent. The panopticon of residency. I need to say nothing else. This is the panopticon of residency. A schizophrenic patient's last drawing before suicide. God. So apparently the story behind this is it's an album cover for a noise group, one of whose members works in the mental hospital and covertly got patients to scream as vocalists for their albums. The person behind this drawing was one of them. The institution was not aware this was being done. That's awful. That is awful. And they used the last drawing as an album cover? That's sick. In the basement of my Airbnb. Okay, no, this is gross. This is disgusting, and I can only imagine the smell is as rancid as it looks. This isn't terrifying. They just left their lunch meat behind. I don't know. Unless this is like human pectoral muscle, I think you're probably fine. And you know what else is fine? Leaving a like, commenting, and subscribing. That's right, you do all these actions, it helps us make videos and puts a smile on my face. I thank you, Zen thanks you, we all thank you. Hit the buttons. Do it. So, did you like the zoo? What was that one movie, Tusker, I think it is, where the guy like gets forced into like a seal's body by some deranged Captain Ahab looking guy? Because that's what this is giving me the vibes of. There is a human soul trapped inside that body and it can no longer vocalize, it is screaming. Chinese ghost city, huge skyscraper areas that no one lives in. Okay, now first of all, this is just due to the how do I put this, real estate issue in China right now. But can you imagine how cool that would be to run through? Because you have to imagine, right? That's gonna be like GM Big City from Gary's mod. And that's cool. That's awesome. I kind of just want to go. Like, can you imagine the secrets hiding inside of these, like, abandoned Minecraft buildings? Lighthouse by the coast of Ireland. You have to get airdropped? Like, this is terrifying, but you're safe from the waves, I would assume. But how do you get up there? Is there a ladder? Is there a staircase somewhere inside the rock structure? This is cool. This is beautiful, and I'd love to visit it. Oh, this is Iceland, not Ireland. I can't read. The true oddly terrifying was Lumo's reading comprehension sinking minute by minute. Civilians taking care of zoo animals in their own homes during World War II. Yo, is that Emmett Selk? That is... Shoebills terrify me. Shoebills are actually terrifying. The call that they make with their beaks sounds like a misfiring engine, like rapid gunshots, the sound of battle. And they will just wander into your house, just doing it, because they're trying to announce their presence. But it's terrifying and so goddamn loud. The scale of a marble quarry can be so huge an excavator might look like a toy. Oh, that's messing with me. That's absolutely messing with me. So you can see the excavator, the falling block, and the boom with the dust. We're observing this from, I would say, a couple miles away. Terrifying. I love the scale of this. I know that there's a lot of issues that we have with humanity and what we do to the planet, but the scale at which we operate right now as a species, awe-inspiring, genuinely. My friend went into a fugue state and wandered into the countryside at 3 a.m., phoned me at 5 a.m. explaining he had no idea where he was, soaking wet to the bone and covered in cuts, bruises, and bites. What? I have no context for this. The comments are like, I had a fugue state for maybe 6 hours or more, woke up in the ER, I have no memory of anything, he needs to see a neurologist. That's terrifying. Like, I always describe my state of, like, high focus as being a fugue state, but, like, this is on a whole nother level. That's terrifying. These scenes from the kids' show Courage the Cowardly Dog. Now, we're on the subreddit OddlyTerrifying, and it's supposed to be things where you can't really pin down why it's such a nightmare. I don't have to explain why these are a nightmare if you know. This was a kids' show. I get that it was supposed to be like comedy horror, but this was a little bit too much. The Harvest Moon head terrified me as a child to the point where I had multiple nightmares. The concept that some divine Lovecraftian being can punish you for being bad at your life's calling and how you choose to identify is horrifying. I don't want to be eaten by a chandelier. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's super cool. I love this. I love that. If you're scared of these cool lights, like, that's a you issue. I'm putting these in my house. You can't stop me. I love these. Imagine this, but with absolute silence. No chatter, just idle people. I don't have to. This is a photograph. It makes no noise. And it's not terrifying. It's just people focusing on the game. This mermaid tattoo. Why God? Why God? Who allowed this? Very well done, very good, very cool, and I do appreciate the artistry on display, but why God? I can't wait until we get to the point where we can somehow make moving tattoos, because that is going to make things like this just so wonderful. The more I learn about mushrooms, the less comfortable I am with the idea of mushrooms. I'm studying biotech, and every time someone brings up mushrooms, our current professor will look either extremely excited or pained and go, listen, mushrooms are neither plants nor animals, nor something in between. They elude all attempts to categorize them. We do not know what they are. Some are immortal. Some produce life-saving substances. Some are so closely related to humans that eating them may cause an allergic reaction against your own body. I cannot teach you about the mushrooms. I think my personal favorite fact is that if you see mushrooms blooming, then you're already boned because there's mycelium in the ground, and that is the extent of one colony of mycelium. That's why Kalid in Elden Ring is so terrifying, because those giant mushrooms imply that it is trying to spread past its actual limits, because it is sending out the reproductive organs, basically, to further the scarlet rot. That's terrifying. This is how curses start, right? My father loved cooking, so I had him turned into a knife after death. Did you ask him first? Because that seems very, very disrespectful, and you have put your father in yet another mortal body, poisoned by flesh of steel. How could you? And that's all the time we have here today on Kalbus. If you like this, make sure to comment, leave a like, share this with a friend who could use a reminder that you can in fact turn your dad into a cooking utensil. It's free. If you don't want more r/OddlyTerrifying, there'll be another one popping up on your screen in just a couple of seconds. But on that note, my name has been Lumo, and I hope to see you in the very next Kalbus video. Have a great rest of your day.